have some notes to take down. This one has kind of a lot of notes, but you're going to need to take a picture and turn it in at the end of this. So make sure you copy it all down. This is to keep in your notes so you can refer back to it when you come back to these problems. So this first slide has customary units of measurement, the measurements that we usually use in America. So for length, 12 inches equals a foot, 3 feet equals a yard. It's got the weight, capacity, and time. Copy all of those down. Okay, once you've got those, this is the second slide of notes here, and this shows the metric units. Copy all of these down as well. Go ahead and pause the video, copy these down. And now, a little bit more. Here's a third slide of notes. Converting from smaller units to larger units, you divide by the conversion rate. And when you're converting from larger units to smaller units, you multiply by the conversion rate. I'll show you a little trick to remember this. So when you're going from, you have to know the sizes of the units. You have to know which one's smaller and which one's bigger. And then that's how you figure out whether you divide or multiply. So here's a little trick to remember that. This little man is supposed to be showing arm signals. So when you're going from a smaller measure, that's what his hands together means, to a larger, you divide. See, he looks like a division symbol. When you're going from larger, you put your arms out, to smaller, and then keep going, cross your arms, that's to remind you to multiply. So smaller to larger you divide, larger to smaller you multiply. It's an easy way to remember. Okay, if you've got all your notes down, we're going to go ahead and look at some practice problems now. Convert between U.S. system units of weight. Select the answer. 2 pounds equals how many ounces? Okay, so first of all, we know that pounds are bigger than ounces. So we're going from a bigger amount to a smaller amount. Put your hands out, bigger. Put your hands together, smaller. Cross them, times. So we're going to multiply 2 pounds times, and then we got to know times what? What's the conversion factor? Well, in your notes or in your head, you will know that there are 16 ounces in each pound. So we're going to multiply by 16 to get 32 ounces. Here's another example. Convert between metric units. Use the equation editor to enter the answer. Enter the answer as a whole number with no decimals. So 37,000 grams equals how many kilograms? Now grams are smaller than kilograms, so we're starting small, going to a larger unit, so we're going to divide 37,000 divided by something. So grams to kilograms, you should either know or look at your reference sheet to see that there's 1,000 kilograms. 1,000 grams in a kilogram. There's 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So we're dividing by 1,000 to see how many grams there are. All right, so 1,000 into 37,000. Now, if you know the trick for dividing by powers of 10 or dividing by 1,000, you might know that since there are 3 zeros in 1,000, when we divide by 1,000, we take off 3 zeros or 3 decimal places, and we end up with 37. But if you don't know that, you can do it the long way. 1,000 into 37,000. So 1 into 3 is 3. 3,700 minus 3,000 is 700. Bring down the 0. 1,000 into 7,000 is 7. 7 times 1,000 is 7,000. So 1,000 into 37,000 is 37. So 37 kilograms. Oopsie, let's look at another one. Convert between US systems of weight. 5 pounds equals how many ounces? That's really similar to this one, so I'm going to skip it. You try it, see if you get the right answer. Here's a new one. This one has two different questions. If an object weighs 10 pounds, how many ounces does it weigh? So we want to know 10 pounds is how many ounces? That means we're going from pounds to ounces, big to small. So we're going to multiply times 16 ounces in a pound. If you look at your chart, or if you remember that, you do 10 times 16. It was times because we were going from bigger to smaller. And then it's 16 because there's 16 ounces in a pound. So that equals 160 ounces. And this says if it weighs 48 ounces, how many pounds does it weigh? So for this one, we're going from 48 ounces equals how many pounds? That means we're going from a smaller one, ounces, to a bigger one. So we're going to divide. It's still ounces and pounds, so we're still dividing by 16. So it's 48 divided by 16. So what is 16 into 48? Well, 15 into 45 is 3, so I'm going to try 3. 3 times 6 is 18. Perfect. So that means 48 ounces is 3 pounds. All right, so you're going to upload a picture of your notes and do a couple practice problems, and then you'll see these come up on ScoopPad again, and you'll know how to do them.